What's poppin' knights? It's OnoKage, otherwise known as the King, and I come to you with a brand new part of What If the UZUMAKI clan survived. Now, a few things that I want to say before we actually get into this part. Thing one, apologize for not being a video for the past 2 weeks. You know, still dealing with the getting a job situation. The stress and all that other stuff is getting to me, but you gotta get through it. Other than that, I think I'm getting close to finding a job. I had a few interviews a few days ago. Literally yesterday, I have 2 more set up for tomorrow, and then another one set up for the day after that one, and then so on and so forth and so forth. I should have a job by the end of this month. Because if not, Uncle Sam is a lying bitch. Enough of that. Now, let's get on to what I've made you wait so long for. The UZUMAKI clan survived. Next part. Again, I apologize for it being so long in between parts and chapters. If you need to know more information, there is a link to the video that has all the information about the situation in the description, as well as the little eye in the corner, hopefully. But I think I taught your ears off long enough, so let's get into the recap. There you go.
Last we left our heroes, they were in the midst of a small-scale war. Jiraiya, who embodies the Toad Sage, Tsunade, who holds the strength of Metonic regeneration, versus Orochimaru, the Draconic Sage. Naruto, who's far more skilled than in canon, stands off with Kimimaro, alone. Sasuke, armed with the skeletal Susanoo, fights Tayuya and her summons. And Nozumi fights the near-immortal Kabuto. We return to the action.
Now, so let's get into it. Woo! Don't have time to waste, the king is into
Beast
Your
mode.
ninjas better hide away before I try the beast mob. Not to win this fairy tale, I got the heat flow. Back the lead in the trunks, I got the heat dome. Got the flow going crazy, that's a shuttle clone. I switch it up and interchange, and yeah, that's how the story go. Sharingan or Rinnegan, pick one. Either way, you'll stay gone, cause bygones ain't bygones. Then in my hand, make your all go and run. If I just pull that rock, you are so stay like a boss. These hands is napalm. Fuck around and find out what I breathe with the sample. Someone with the breaks, I can ape you a prince. Oh, I'm a king, what you tell me when no prince? Dude, got the knife right behind me in the back. Dude, gonna fall down when the dogs attack. Oh, like you know, see, I'm the leader of the pack. So what you lay down, bitch, pay respect.
Naruto matches Kimimaro in taijutsu ability, using his Fuingan to place seals of flying Raijins and make up for Kimimaru's Kikagenkai, an inherent greater speed. And thanks to Naruto's Fuingan, he's able to see the buildup of chakra around Kimimaro so he can see where the bones are going to sprout from the ground or from his body, as he's going to stab Naruto. But he can't get in for a clean attack, but neither can Naruto. So Naruto tries to gain any information that he can from the boy.
You know what? I don't get it. You're good, creep. You're real good. You fight honest and you fight fair. So what's a dude like you doing working for Orochimaru?
Kimimaro stays silent, making Naruto sweat a little, but he continues.
I'm serious. That Orochimaru guy, he's bad news. He ganged up on my dad with the Raikage. They messed him up real bad.
Again, he doesn't respond. He begins walking towards Naruto, pulling out his femur, using it as a blade. But Naruto continues to talk.
And that's the only reason why we're here. We want to get rid of that Orochimaru creep. So if you're scared of him, just get out of the way and you and your friends won't be hurt. Because all we want to do is get rid of that Orochimaru creep and take the old lady back to the village.
I won't let you.
What?
I do not know the reason Lord Orochimaru needs Tsunade, but I will bring her if that is his desire.
Well, at least we know you can talk.
The two fight, as Naruto now knows to get information, he needs just bring up the topic of Orochimaru, but he still can't do lasting damage if he shrugged off his last Rasengan. This guy is strong. He took the attack like it was nothing, and his reaction time is insane. He doesn't know if he can get another chance to do it again. But Naruto just tightens his headband, ready for a fight as he yells, multi-shadow clone jutsu, making 1,000 clones, as Kimimaro remarks.
Predictable.
As the Narutos rush in by the hundreds, they're getting wasted by Kimimaro, but Naruto expected this. He can't match him in pure taijutsu. but as Kimimaro jumps over a clone, the ground beneath him begins to shake as Naruto begins to rush through the ground, tunneling through it using the Rasengan. Kimimaro was able to react to this, but he did not expect the clone that he was above to explode. Using the trick he learned from Itachi, Naruto then embeds the Rasengan into the gut of Kimimaro. Aiming deliberately for a spot that cannot be protected by bones, Kimimaro is launched into the sky by the high compact Rasengan. Naruto then watches Kimimaro fall down to the ground. He watches to make sure that the attack did some damage. As Kimimaro struggles to his feet, Naruto is impressed. However, he's flabbergasted, disgusted, as well as grossed the hell out, and other adjectives that describe the feeling of Nani the fuck is your actual power.
How the hell?
It's my Keke Genkai.
Yeah, I figured that much, idiot, but bones don't usually grow out of your stomach.
Then allow me to enlighten you. My Keke Genkai does more than just allow me to protect areas that already have bone. I can create a thin membrane of bone under my skin to protect me from any attack. Even turn those same bones into weapons. My Keke Genkai gives me the ultimate attack and defense, even more so than Goro of the Desert. Naruto watches as the stomach wound delivered from his Rasengan is already healed. He thinks and thinks, how can he beat this guy with armor-like bones underneath his skin, and then even heal from those same wounds? However, Kimimaro does not give Naruto time to think. All he can do is dodge his attacks. While Sasuke fights defending himself from the onslaught of the summonings, he raises the skeletal hands of Susanoo. The bone-like purple hand begins glowing red as sparks fly from it. He jumps in the air from tree to tree, aiming for the leg of the summoning. He slices through one, clean. The wound is seared closed. As he does, he uses the distraction to desummon his Susanoo and hide to gather his bearings. I haven't seen her move in a while, so the Sharingan is useless. But if I can force her out of hiding, then I win this fight. She's controlling the monsters through that flute, so I'm guessing she needs to be in earshot of them. Based on their height and the fact that they're grouped together, I'm guessing they can't hear too well. So maybe within 6 to 8 miles of the monsters. He scratches his head and smiles at the plan he's reached. This plan is so stupid. Only those idiots would have come up with it. But sometimes simple is the best. As that's done, Sasuke summons 2 shadow clones, running up the legs of the monsters, dodging their attacks. As they get close, the clones jump off the top of their head, running at full speeds. They each grab 6 shuriken stars, tied to wires. They throw them down in a hail of blades. They bang and crash together, using the Uchiha Shuriken technique. As the monsters are tied up, they flail and scatter the oil that the wires were seeped in around the forest. Much to Sasuke's amusement, he yells, "Fire style! Hydra Flame Jutsu!" Sending 3 massive waves of fire crashing down on the oil-soaked wires. And as the beasts writhe in pain, they scatter the oil further, burning down acres of the forest.
And yes, the plan was stupid. But if you think about it for a second, you can't hide in trees if no more trees. I don't know why that's so funny to me. He sees the other character hiding and just decides, fuck it, scorch earth. I'm sorry, I'm done. Let's get back to the story.
You set the forest on fire. Are you an idiot?
No, but you hang around him long enough, it rubs off on you. And as he says this, the 2 lock eyes. And Nozumi sees the smoke rising from the forest. As she turns back to Kabuto, he taunts her.
Do you really have the time to be looking away, girl? Oh, no, forgive me. I was just taking in the heat. Because that's a good feeling. It lets me know that one fight's going in our favor. Because I don't think any of your guys can do heat, can they, Roach Boy?
Kabuto laughs at her assertion.
What's so funny? You mean you don't see it? When you have such interesting eyes. Just shut up and say it, Four Eyes.
Fine. Pitting Sasuke against Tayuya was your only good pick. But you against me and Naruto against Kimimaro, those are both hopeless for you.
What are you talking about? There's no way Naruto's gonna lose against that creep.
Kabuto laughs as he forms a chakra scalpel, and Nozumi grabs a scroll, making sure Kabuto keeps his distance until she gets her information. To which Kabuto laughs.
You saw your little oil trick didn't work on me last time. So, are you that desperate or just dense?
That's when Nozumi realizes Kabuto hasn't truly even tried to attack her yet. He's been on the defensive, threatening and posturing and dodging her attacks. She says it out loud.
You're stalling me! Oh, you figured that out, didn't you? I'm almost a little impressed. But what does knowing change? You still can't get past me.
Realizing this, she tries to escape. Kabuto's just wasting her time, so she decides to help Naruto. But she was cut off as Kabuto moves faster than she's seen him move before.
You've been toying with me. I have, but I've also been training to fight Lady Tsunade, so you're not much of a challenge. But I will tell you this. I wasn't lying about Naruto. He will die here. Same thing with Jiraiya. Once Orochimaru's finished with him, we'll take Tsunade back and we'll complete our mission. But it is kind of funny, really. If you didn't hate me, maybe I would be fighting Naruto right now, and you, Kimimaro. Your decision is going to kill Nozumi.
She activates her Mangekyo Sharingan as she tells Kabuto to
move.
Her cheek starts to bleed as the invisible blade of chakra aims for Kabuto's shoulder, ready to slice it off. But he raises his chakra scalpel and dispels the attack, much to Nozumi's surprise.
Just as I thought. If you can predict it, that ability of yours is quite useless. If you really have everything that figured out, why don't you just kill me and end it, Roach Boy? Unless you're scared.
She tries to taunt him to see what more he can do, but he shrugs it off.
Defiant till the end. No, I could kill you. I really could. But Lord Orochimaru wants you alive. So, to make that job a bit easier on myself, I want to destroy all your hope. I want to show you the corpses of Naruto and Sasuke. To make dragging you back to the hideout a bit more easy. And get rid of the possibility of you trying to flee.
She grimaces in disgust as she yells, "Like hell I let that happen!"
I'm sorry, but when did you have a choice in the matter, Nozumi?
She grits her teeth in frustration, but she calms down, thinking about how Sasuke would keep his cool in this situation. She then thinks about Naruto, and how he'd never lose his confidence. He'd take any risk to win. So she speaks through a quiet roar.
Alive, huh?
Kabuto gains some distance, seeing a huge amount of chakra welling up in the girl, as she looks at him through a wicked smile.
Sorry, but no. You people don't get to decide how I live anymore. From the second you hurt Big Bro Itachi, and the second I checked this mission up, it was either death or victory.
And Jiraiya senses the power welling up in Nozumi and smiles.
Well, I'll be. The girl found her equilibrium.
The two, Jiraiya and Tsunade, stared down Orochimaru.
The three Sannin, together again. It truly is nostalgic. Yeah. The last time we met, it was on much different circumstances, Orochimaru. And it was a mistake that I let you go. But now I correct that mistake. You die here, Orochimaru.
Jiraiya continuously repeats the name of his old friend, trying to dehumanize him, trying to remove that part of him that still cares. As Tsunade yells,
"You'll pay for what you did to Minato, Snake."
At that second, Gababunta in the form of the Nine Tails rushes, digging his claws and fangs into Manda, who can't escape, but Orochimaru's inorganic reanimation stabs through the ground, through Manda, piercing him and Gababunta, stitching the two beasts together. Jiraiya hurriedly sends Gababunta back home so that he can heal, while Manda sits there writhing in pain as Tsunade comes from the heavens, dropping her heel on top of the snake, crushing it while aiming for Orochimaru, who disappeared into the terrain. She searches for him, but he appears right beneath her, stabbing her in the throat. That's when Jiraiya comes from the sky with Ma and Pa Toad, releasing a devastating stream of water, strong enough to puncture steel. However, it just launches Orochimaru away from Tsunade, as she pulls the blade out of her throat and throws it at the bastard. But it telekinetically responds to Orochimaru's command, pointing itself back at Tsunade. As Jiraiya exclaims,
Tsunade, the poison is still in my system. My movements are sluggish. I'm nowhere near where I should be. But I can sense his movements. I know where he's going to attack, seeing as how we both rely on nature energy. So, I'll create openings, and you go in for the strike. I'll keep him focused on Jiraiya. No buts, unless we're talking about yours. You idiot! Now is not the time! Serious, Tsunade. This is the only way I see it playing out. You with me? Of course, you old fool. This bastard almost killed my son.
At that second, the ground turns into a snake's mouth, trying to swallow the both of them whole. Jiraiya then pushes Tsunade out the way to save her, but Orochimaru predicts this. He rushes in, grabbing Pa Toad, preparing to stab him, but he wasn't prepared. He wasn't prepared for the audio-based genjutsu of the Toads. As Orochimaru falls into a trance, Tsunade grabs the Pa Toad as Jiraiya summons a gigantic Rasengan, burying it inside of Orochimaru. The Rasengan was big enough to be seen by Naruto, giving him an idea as he stands off of Kimimaro. Naruto smiles. He thinks he now knows how to beat this guy, but he can't have any more surprises. He yells,
We're both still holding back, huh?
Kimimaro grows curious as Naruto continues.
Oh, don't try and hide it. My Fumingan can see right through it. A huge buildup of chakra, right in your curse mark. It's just like Sasuke and Nozumi. So stop. You're more perceptive than I gave you credit for. And based on your phrasing, I take it you're hiding some skills as well.
Naruto smiles, pressing a finger on each point of the 5-pronged seal on his stomach, causing the beast that dwells inside him to awaken, curious as to what Naruto is thinking as he continues.
A couple. Very well then. I shouldn't keep my lord waiting anyway.
Kimimaro begins to transform into the second stage of his curse mark, as Naruto converses with the fox.
Hey Fox, you awake?
What are you thinking? Not at all.
I'm gonna loosen the seal a bit.
You truly are an idiot, aren't you? You do that, and my hold on you only grows tighter.
I know. But I need you to trust me, Fox. After all, you're gonna help me get the guy that killed my mom, right?
Fine. But if you lose your mind in the hunt, don't say I didn't warn you, brat.
Naruto then weakens the seal, and a well of chakra forms inside of him as his vermilion eyes open with the intimidating glare of the Nine Tails itself. His whiskers grow frayed, his claws appear from his hands. He stares at them, reading the immense chakra he now possesses with his Fuingan, as he notes the anger, the deep anger that seems inside this chakra. He looks up and stares at Kimimaro, who truly looks like a monster now. Naruto then uses his Fuingan to place seals of flying Raijin all over the battlefield, as he throws 6 kunai in the air, using the Uchiha Shuriken Jutsu from Itachi, making the fall of the kunais unpredictable as Kimimaro uses Bracken's dance, completely destroying the battlefield, but Naruto's flying Raijin easily avoids the attack. He launches a counterattack, a simple kick, but this kick was enough to crack the bones of the Bracken dance. It's not destroying it, but it's different. It shows the growth and power that he feels is insane. Kimimaro then appears behind Naruto, trying to stab him with his spine. But with Naruto's Fuingan, he was easily able to see this attack coming, He jumps out of the way of the attack, which surprises Kimimaro.
You were holding back a lot, weren't you? But now, it's easy to tell you're the Yellow Flash's son. Hey, you know, you never answered my question. And what was that? Why is a guy like you letting yourself be Orochimaru's puppet? I'm not his puppet. Lord Orochimaru gave my life meaning. It's not up to anyone else to decide if your life has meaning or not. He's not helping you. He's controlling you. And how could the likes of you ever understand? You could never understand how I feel. Lord Orochimaru was the only one there for me when everything else burned.
Kimimaro rushes, his arm wrapped in a bone spear, as Naruto channels his anger that he feels through Kurama's chakra, and waits. Dodging at the last second, he strikes upwards, uppercutting Kimimaro, separating the man from the forest of bones he has on the ground. As he's suspended in air, the kunai that Naruto threw. 5 clones and the original Naruto pop out using the flying Raijin. And Naruto yells,
Naruto style! Flying Raijin Rasen Barrage!
All clones are holding a big ball Rasengan, nowhere near the size of Jiraiya's, but intimidating enough. The first clone crashes into Kimimaro, launching him into the ground. The second, the third, the fourth, the fifth, all peeling away the thick armor of bones he laid before him. And the last, the original Naruto, slams down into Kimimaro, causing pure damage. As Naruto stares at Kimimaro, the boy coughs up blood, still alive.
You held back because I don't understand. Why? Why fight so hard for him? Because Lord Orochimaru was going to show me the truth behind the world. But what does that mean? What truth? You already said it. You wouldn't understand. Well, try me. Fine. I'm the last of the Kaguya clan. And as I wandered alone, I searched for anyone who could help. But no matter how far I traveled, no one appeared. I wondered why. Why must I suffer alone? Why must I be put through this hell? But then, Lord Orochimaru found me as I was on the brink of starvation. He found me, and he raised me, just like the others. And as long as we stayed useful, we were loved. And what happened to the kids that weren't useful? There was no one useless in Lord Orochimaru's care. He would take those kids and use them for experiments to help the rest of us. Under Lord Orochimaru's care, we all had purpose.
Naruto thinks about this. It's so far beyond what he knows as love, as care. He wants to say something profound, but that's not who he is. So he asks a more personal question.
Hey, you never told me your name, you know? It's Kimimaro. And don't smile at me. We're enemies. Well, Kimimaro, I want to be your friend. I'm concerned about you. Orochimaru really is a bad guy. I think you're being brainwashed. I told you, you wouldn't understand. Yeah, well, maybe I don't understand, Kimimaro. Maybe I don't need to understand that, because that's not love. That's how you treat old toys. When people love you, they care about you. They might not tell you things that you need to hear, but they do it out of concern, not the desire to control.
There's a silence that fills the immediate area. All that can be heard is the distant sounds of fighting, as Naruto calls out to Kimimaro.
Kimimaro, did you hear me? Come on, respond.
He's dead, Naruto.
But how? I didn't.
You're right. You didn't. He was sick. He'd been sick for a long time.
Kimimaro had stopped breathing, The fox was right. He was sick. Unbeknownst to Naruto, he was sick for a long time. In frustration, Naruto punches the ground, but he does this to steel himself. He glares at the fight between the Sannin. He knows he's not ready to join in yet, but the fox goads his anger.
It looks like to me you found another person you need to kill. I'll lend you my power, Naruto.
No. I want to, but I can't. Even with your strength, Fox, I wouldn't be strong enough. I can barely follow that fight with my eyes now.
Fine, coward.
Naruto then sees the smoke coming from Sasuke's battle, but he's already won. The two then begin to head towards Nozumi, who they haven't heard anything from. And unbeknownst to them, she's beginning to transform into the second stage of her curse mark.
God, you know what I think we're going to end this one here. So, did you like it? Did you hate it? What you rate it? Honestly, I'm really enjoying this story. I'm going to have some pretty big changes. I'm thinking of like a Heckle and Hyde thing type of character for Naruto, where he has a devil sitting on his shoulder at all times. But yes. This story is coming back. It's coming back strong. Same thing with the My Hero one. And I'm really thinking about the Frieza one. I don't know. I miss writing for that story. Also got a few new what ifs coming in. The Avatar one's coming back soon. I just have like a bit of writer's block, so I'm probably gonna have to rewatch the next few episodes. I know that the next episode that I have to do involves the Blue Spirit series, and I really want to get to the point where Naruto and Toph interact. I think that their interactions are going to be super duper fun, and I can't wait to get into that. I just want to make sure that I remember who Naruto actually is and not the Narutos that I've created, because I've made so many different variations of Naruto at this point. It's not funny. Okay, it's kind of, but there is a few things I want to get off my chest before I head out. That being, I am super duper sorry that it took so long for this to come out. As I stated at the beginning, it's a lot of stress right now, just trying to find the job. I think that I'm going to have one soon. Like, fingers crossed. I hope that a lot of these companies I've been applying for and interviewing for lately call me back. But like, it's definitely getting down to like tooth and nails, where like I should have had a rainy day fund or something, but I already told Red about it. But I want to let you Knights know real quick about how dumb I am sometimes. Like, so I had to pay first month and last month's deposit to move in, right? Rent's about $850 a month, and I paid first and last month, so just 2 months in advance when I moved in. I only had about $1,800 to $1,700 on me. So when I paid in, I only had $100 when I moved in, right? The wreck happened within the first 3 weeks of me moving into this place. So the money that I had saved up for my job had went to getting the internet and the electricity and the gas turned on in this apartment. So when the wreck happened, I didn't have money for the things that I should have had money for. I didn't have money for like a rental. I didn't have money for even bus fare, so I had to borrow bus fare from people. I definitely should have had a rainy day fund saved up, but I didn't. And for that, I have to admit my own lapse in judgment and technology. I just thought that with my car, I would have been fine because I was working so much and I was putting in extra hours and I was doing really good at the actual job, and it fell through. It fell through. And yeah, that is pretty much the big thing of how stupid I can be sometimes. And I just want to pass this message on to every single night. Remember to plan ahead for bad things. I definitely will take this as a lesson moving forward that I can't keep throwing caution to the wind and thinking that everything will just work out. Because it doesn't. Not when you don't expect it to. I really do have to start planning ahead for these things, and I'm going to. I'm definitely going to. Starting soon, because I can't keep living like this. Stressed out that I'm going to get evicted in like a month. Not even a month, a few weeks if I can't pay rent. It's insanely, stupidly fucking stressful. And I don't think that anyone should have to go through it. So remember to just plan ahead. If you move into a place and all your money went towards just making the deposit, maybe hold off for a week or two. You know, it won't hurt you to look harder for somewhere else that might even be better in the future. So that's my little nugget of wisdom today. So other than that, remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Sorry to be such a Debbie Downer at the end. I just really wanted to push that message through. We're smarter than this. You know what I mean? Learn from my mistake and do better in your future. So whenever you do move out, if you haven't moved out already, just remember to plan ahead. Like, have a plan that sets you 3 months in advance, because that's what I'm building now. And the second I get this job, I can really start getting stuff together. And yeah, just don't get caught lacking by life, man, because life don't pull its punches. It will fuck you up. Other than that, again, like, comment, and subscribe. Because for peace and love, OnoKage out. Peace.
Nobody speak, nobody get choked. If you run the homie, gonna get smoked. No time for the lame ass jokes. I'm the GOAT, you a gringo when that story's been told. I make money moves, controlling every view. Oh no, you got hella proof, but no one's helping you. What's wrong? Now you on your own, you really want to smoke? Oh no, Chico really done it wrong. What's wrong? The hollow meta in the sky bro. Keep talking crazy, I might go post though. Always trouble when they go too far. Nobody mess with me familiar. Father.